Welcome back to my new video. Today we're looking at the all-new 2023 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's a hybrid compact SUV that's been reimagined pretty good, which makes it look far better looking than its last generation predecessor. And not only that, but it's far more sophisticated in all areas as well, which makes it seem that it was sent from the future by Time Travel Portal because of its stunning design. However, it's not a solar-powered hybrid vehicle like Hyundai Sonata, which I reviewed in my previous video. And if you want to see the solar-powered 2022 Sonata Hybrid, be sure to click on the upcoming card placed on the top right corner of the screen. I really love Hyundai in general, because most of the time they make their beautiful concept vehicles officially come to life, and this Tucson gives a beautiful concept car feel into it. You can pause this video to read the spec sheet and see the sticker price for it. Like I mentioned earlier, when I said it's not a solar-powered vehicle like the Sonata Hybrid, I meant that it doesn't have a solar panel mounted on the rooftop. It's not even a plug-in hybrid, but instead it's just a regular hybrid which can be charged by gasoline, giving the battery more extra mileage. So even if you ran out of fuel, the battery will do the rest of the job. You may now pause the video so you can read the fuel card. In my personal taste, I really love these sharp creases and body lines, making this Tucson look so distinctive in all areas. Yeah, I know that it looks weird a bit, but at the end of the day, we all want this sort of unusual, cool and futuristic looking car, rather than other boring looking rivals in its own segment. I really dig those sharp fangs looking taillights, along with the light bar above them, which shines across the whole back of the crossover. Even this silver metal, or maybe chrome, I'm not sure, which comes all the way from the front side mirrors and ends up with a big portion of a wing pedal design, which slopes and matches exactly with the back of the window perfectly. And there's also a hidden wiper tucked underneath the roof spoiler. Believe me when I say this, but honestly, if I have some extra cash, I would definitely buy this Tucson, period. Because its futuristic design is absolutely stunning, you'll never find it in any other car. But there are still some other stunning looking cars that you might find. One thing I really hate though, is that the turn signals are placed at the very bottom of the back bumper, next to the reflectors, which looks ridiculous in my opinion, and not only that, but also the turn signals are old school light bulbs, not LEDs. And this makes the back of the 2023 Tucson look terrible. So if I stopped my car close behind it, then I won't be able to see the turn signals, not even the hazard lights behind the front end of the hood. But anyway, this is how they thought of it. So before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel as it'll help a lot to grow, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Thank you so much for your continued support. Now let's have a look at the Michelin tires. The size for this trim is 235 on the width, 50 series side wall, and 19 inches. The spoke design of this wheel looks so futuristic, and I really dig that. And that's pretty much it for the exterior walk around. Let's take a look at the interior. Starting with the door panels, which look actually beautiful, but I wish if they took these sticky tapes off of the doors. There's a good sized door pocket with a bottle holder in it, and a nice looking speaker cover. And a welcoming silver trim with a Tucson branding in it, which is so tasteful. Power seats are also included to this package. The first thing you see once you sit in the front seat is the dash, which is, yeah, okay, it's nice, but not as futuristic looking as the exterior. However, I love the design of the steering wheel, which looks kinda spaceshipy like. But one thing looks so stupid for sure is the gauge cluster, which is, why didn't they include this tablet-like digital gauge cluster, just like we saw in the social media, instead of keeping this dated analog one with its ugly hood? In this Tucson we're filming. Why? Okay, so the cluster looks awful, but I still love those door panels and this beautiful dash with those tasteful silver lines on top of them. Also, I love those contrasty color tones in the whole cabin. Another terrible looking item that's worth mentioning is the infotainment touch screen, which is kinda small and surrounded by so many buttons and switches. And it's supposed to look a lot better, just like we've seen it in the social media, even in this Tucson where we're sitting in right now. There's also a storage for smartphones with a 12-volt and USB ports, but there's no wireless charging in this Tucson package. However though, it still supports a wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There are some other functionalities such as heated seats, downhill auto hold, parking sensors, and a back camera. And there's even a drive mode selector and shifter buttons. And some nice cubby storages on each side of the center console. There's also a decent amount of storage under the armrest as well. Good thing they included this auto dimming feature in this mirror to protect your eyes from the high beams behind you. And let's not forget the star of the show, which is the panoramic sunroof, which for me personally is a big of a deal. Now we'll jump into the back seat. As expected, this door panel still looks beautiful, even in the back seat. And there are also manual sunshades, which is a big surprise to me, because I haven't seen it in a Tucson before. As you can see, the legroom is nice and roomy, so it's not bad at all. Not much going on here in the back seat, just a couple of items worth mentioning, such as dual climate vents and 2 USB ports. Interestingly, this lump on the floor is not so much lumpy, which is good. And of course, this armrest with 2 cup holders is mandatory, even in all vehicles. And finally, a big enough storage capacity in the cargo. And that wraps it up for this review. If you enjoyed my blabbering, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel, as it'll help a lot to grow. And before you leave, be sure to watch more videos in the end screen at the last 10 seconds of this video. So until then, have a good one.